The question brought to the text is this: YHWH, give understanding of Joel chapter 2, verse 5 in relation to our time this day. The lead verse drawn first is Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 44, which says, "And I will punish Bel in Babylon, and I will bring out of his mouth what he has swallowed up." This verse sets the frame. It tells us the time involves YHWH acting in judgment against a consuming false power that has swallowed what belongs to the covenant, while bringing that swallowed reality back into the open. As we follow the verses in draw order, a story unfolds. Warnings against blemished sacrifices are in Deuteronomy chapter 17, verse 1. Endurance in separation with glory and joy is in 1 Thessalonians chapter 2, verses 20 through 3 verse 1. The power of two agreeing on earth as touching anything they shall ask is in Matthew chapter 18, verse 19. The necessity of washing to have part is in John chapter 13, verse 8. The pressing of darkness upon light and the changing of night into day is in Job chapter 17, verse 12. A journey that lands at Tyre in Syria at the appointed moment is in Acts chapter 21, verse 3. A warning against the use of strength to violate is in 2 Samuel chapter 13, verse 14. Acceptance at the holy place where priestly offerings, first fruits, and sacred things are required is in Ezekiel chapter 20, verse 40. The cost of discipleship that forsakes all is in Luke chapter 14, verse 33. The question of a reserved sacred blessing is in Genesis chapter 27, verse 36. The granting of petition in the now is in Esther chapter 9, verse 12. Tribal and son identity is in Numbers chapter 13, verse 9. Enlargement and dwelling in the tents of another is in Genesis chapter 9, verse 27. The specific dated event in the 37th year on the 25th day, when the head is lifted and the prisoner is brought out of prison, is in Jeremiah chapter 52, verse 31. The must walk today and tomorrow and the next day word is in Luke chapter 13, verse 33. Finding what was not sought like rain in a desert and dew on thirsty land is in Enoch chapter 42, verse 6. The call, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong, is in Joel chapter 3, verse 10. Delay for burying the father is in Matthew chapter 8, verse 21. Order in prayer and prophecy is in 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 5. Ambush waiting for the morning to kill is in Judges chapter 16, verse 2. Anger that kills and dishonors assembly is in Genesis chapter 49, verse 6. Burning of specific fat portions on the altar is in Exodus chapter 29, verse 13. The blessing and sanctifying of the seventh day is in Genesis chapter 2, verse 3, and the central priesthood word is in Deuteronomy chapter 21, verse 5, where the consecrated sons of Levi approach because they are chosen to minister, to bless in the covenant name of YHWH, and by their word every controversy and every stroke is tested. The finding of the scroll of the Torah in the house of YHWH is in 2 Chronicles chapter 34, verse 15. Judgment on the nation in bondage followed by coming out to serve in this place is in Acts chapter 7, verse 7. Judgment on those who transgressed the covenant words when they cut the calf and passed between its parts is in Jeremiah chapter 34, verses 18 and 19. The turning of curse into sacred blessing is in Nehemiah chapter 13, verse 2. The body prepared is in Hebrews chapter 10, verse 5. The presence like lightning from east to west is in Matthew chapter 24, verse 27. The warning that if a covenant-faithful person turns away, he dies in his depravity is in Ezekiel chapter 18, verse 26. Truth springing from the earth and covenant faithfulness looking down from the cosmos is in Psalms chapter 85, verse 11. Guidance by the cloud mass that determines staying or pulling up camp is in Numbers chapter 9, verse 22. Clothing in the new man created in covenant faithfulness and true holiness is in Ephesians chapter 4, verse 24. The sign of the virgin conceiving and bearing a son called Emmanuel is in Isaiah chapter 7, verse 14. Thanks for wisdom and might and the making known of the desired matter is in Daniel chapter 2, verse 23. The giving of the land of Canaan as the lot of covenant inheritance is in Psalms chapter 105, verse 11. Confirmation of the age-lasting covenant and the giving of the covenant inheritance land of Canaan is in 1 Chronicles chapter 16, verses 17 and 18. The unfolding of words that gives light and understanding to the simple is in Psalms chapter 119, verse 130. YHWH, giving wisdom out of whose mouth comes knowledge and understanding is in Proverbs chapter 2, verse 6. The causing of the elect one to dwell among them is in Enoch chapter 45, verse 6. The one who takes warning delivers his life is in Ezekiel chapter 33, verse 5. Compassion on the crowd, as sheep without a shepherd, and the beginning of teaching many things is in Mark chapter 6, verse 34. Delivery of the city into the hand with attack by the edge of the sword on the second day is in Joshua chapter 10, verse 32. YHWH reigning for the ages unto all generations is in Psalms chapter 146, verse 10. The cry to YHWH Elohim, to whom vengeance belongs, is in Psalms chapter 94, verse 1. The warning the lofty heart forgets the one who brought out of the land of Egypt from the house of slavery is in Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 14. 18 direct, textual hits confirm alignment with the question, including those on understanding from Proverbs chapter 2, verse 6 and Psalms chapter 119, verse 130. Today from Luke chapter 13, verse 33. Now from Acts chapter 21, verse 3 and Esther chapter 9, verse 12. First from Ezekiel chapter 20, verse 40, and others on blessing, house, name, chosen, inquire, vengeance, violated covenant, warning, elect one, memorial, propitiatory covering, inheritance, delivered with the sword, reign for, the ages, joyfulness, and departed from the sacred presence. The workstation returns a lean yes, probably affirmative, with a 94.9% probability of yes. The draw is classified as a strong anomaly. The Dominion triad reaches 902.8% non-randomness index at 5.85 sigma, which is discovery level. The polarity balance index is leaning yes. The guidance detection indicator shows extreme anomaly with Fisher cheese squared of 90.48 and p-value of 1.20 times 10 to the minus 9. The convergence confidence index reaches 88% with all 6 channels active, crossing the threshold. These markers confirm that the Father is affirmatively directing this engagement with Joel chapter 2, verse 5 this day. The Father is saying through these scriptures that understanding Joel chapter 2, verse 5 in relation to this day involves recognizing the strong people set in battle array with the noise of chariots as part of the appointed movement, in which YHWH punishes the consuming false power in Babylon and brings out what it has swallowed, restores from prison and bondage into service, gives wisdom, knowledge, and understanding out of his mouth, and through the unfolding of his words and the finding of the scroll, requires and accepts priestly offerings, first fruits, and sacred things from consecrated service, confirms the age-lasting covenant and the covenant inheritance land, manifests presence like lightning from east to west, and calls even the weak to say, I am strong, and to prepare, while walking in the must-do today, timing, and taking warning to deliver life. The text itself, read in sequence, facilitates the encounter with the word this day. The verses drawn in this Shield 17.12 session were Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 44, Deuteronomy chapter 17, verse 1, 1 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 23:1, Matthew chapter 18, verse 19, John chapter 13, verse 8, Job chapter 17, verse 12.